Hey, what is up guys, Guitarrock here, welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. Alright, today's video, I'm gonna show you guys the strategy of how I beat floor 11 Spiral Abyss of this month. Alright, so the month of January basically. I know I'm a bit late to the Spiral Abyss game. I've been wanting to upload this video for the longest time ever, but did not have the time to do so because of Gate of Chaos in Brave 9, right? So now that I'm done with that, so hopefully this will give you guys an idea of how I did it, at least with my team comp, alright, to try to tackle this particular flaw. Now I want to be focusing more on my second team because that's the flaw that I am running this freeze comp, and I thought this is going to be super helpful moving into Spiral Abyss moving forward, right? Because I think freeze comp is really unique. I have Xingqiu, alright, I have Ganyu, I have Diona as well to try to give energy particles to help Ganyu to be able to spam her ult. And lastly, Sucrose. Now the first team is focusing on just using Beidou and Qiqi as my DPS, and Zhongli and the GeoMC in this case is just to create pillars. Now why the heck am I using Zhongli and GeoMC, right? If you go into floor 11-2, that is where the struggle starts, because that floor, man, is all about defending that monolith in the middle, which we're going to jump onto slowly later on. But yeah, you just need that GeoMC, that drum thing is just super useful right there. Alright, let's fast forward with this floor a little bit, because I don't think like there's anything in particular that's really difficult right here in this floor. Okay, so this is what I have for the second party, right? Now this is what the freeze comp is capable of. You might think that, okay, Ganyu as a support, like I'm not really running her as a support, it's just that I'm running her to spam her ult. And you can see how strong that is. These 3 Metacrows literally died in just a couple of seconds. And then dealing with this particular Geo Shield Metacrows, right? Having freeze is super helpful. Alright, so freeze meaning that you bypass their shield basically. You don't have to try, you could try to use Claymore and try to power through them, but that will end up taking very long for sure. So in this case, I'm gonna go with this team of, again, Ganyu, Xingqiu and Sucrose, and hopefully I can show you guys what's the approach right here. Trying to freeze them. So Xingqiu and Ganyu will both need to activate their ultimates to make things easier. So once they are frozen, it doesn't matter if they still have that Geo Shield, your attacks will basically go through them. Alright, so what do I mean by that? Look at this. So usually they can defend with shield, but if they are frozen, they can't, right? So that's the entire purpose of this strat. So Xingqiu Sacrificial Sword is super helpful right here, because you know, this particular floor drains your energy like crazy. Okay, so moving on into floor 11 chamber 2. Now this gets interesting, right? This is the toughest one, the toughest stage of all the Spiral Abyss stage. So I'm gonna place a like GeoMC construct right there just to block the shield. Alright, I mean just to block the archers, and then we're gonna go into the middle, hopefully try to focus down these guys. Now every time that construct gets destroyed, I'm gonna place one more new one, hopefully, and then we're going to try to take care of the middle guys as soon as we can. So that's the strat. So I try my best to try to get 3 star on this stage. It's just really hard. I think I only got 2 star and this was my best run. It's really cancerous to try to do this again, so I'll see if I can find time to keep attempting. But yeah, those archers, those 2 archers, don't bother with them, don't kill them. Just, you know, focus on the middle guys first. Now once the big guy is up, things are gonna get a bit more challenging. Alright, make sure you stay in front of him. Make sure that he's constantly targeting you. And always keep in mind of the constructs right there. Make sure that you actually place the new one. Alright, once the old one has been destroyed, it's very important. So right here I'm trying my Chi DPS power right here. Like this guy, oh my god, they are able to destroy the shield easily. I think I should have placed one more construct right here in between this gap. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. Place one construct here. I think that one still went through, unfortunately. So if you can, you know, use Joe MC's what do you call that, elemental burst, that's gonna be super helpful. Alright, luckily Joe MC is something that every player should have, right? So that's going to be the best solution in trying to take care of this. So unfortunately I don't have something to get through these guys. I don't have to get through this wooden shield meter curl. I don't have a pyro character right here, which is unfortunate. So we're just gonna like force this guy into attacking us. So while I focus down on the archers, that's the best way that I can think of, right? Now the 2 archers are shooting at us. The aggro is towards us, and then this meta curl will be hitting us. Just focus on this meta curl. The good thing about this floor is there's no time. Alright, take your own time. Take this guy down as fast as you can. Alright, I mean, yeah, just slowly take this guy down and then focus on the archers later on. So I'm not unsure which archers I should take down first, because you know that archer, I mean that other archer right there, I have 3 construct right there, so I decided to block that and get rid of this one so that I can get rid of the remaining ones. Alright, so in this case, I need to observe. My camera angle needs to be pointing towards that guy as well. Oh no, this guy. I should have blocked that with a construct, right? Alright, so from this point you can see the monolith in the middle has 72% HP. So now I'm going to slowly try to get rid of this guy. Oh my god, this guy is looking at you but he's shooting towards the monolith. That's not fair. Alright, so as you can see in this chamber 1, I wouldn't say it's too difficult if you know what to do. Alright, if you have these constructs to block all of these archers, then it should be doable. Now getting 3 star is really difficult. I haven't found a way to... I mean, it can be repetitive if you are willing to play this a couple of times and try to learn the patterns better, but I just don't have the patience for that, unfortunately. But once you go into the, what do you call that? Into the chamber 2, sorry, into the second group, right? That's when things gets harder. Okay, so this is where we're gonna need to utilize our full free steam comp right here. Alright, so trying this free steam comp, we're trying to freeze 3 of these enemies immediately. This Sissin Mages, this Sissin Mage and 2 of these Treasure Hoarder, right? You need to get rid of them really quickly. So the best way is to just freeze them constantly, alright? And that's what I'm trying to do. Alright, the Sissin Mages can be a bit tricky because even though she's not hitting you, or even though she's distracted in hitting you, her flies are going to hit the monolith. And you can see the monolith is... the HP went from 73% to 58%. Like, it's so annoying. Those flies, those mosquitoes, my god. They are freaking... I feel like... I just feel like strangling them and crushing them, man. Yeah, they are really annoying. But yeah, the damage has been done. So at this point onwards, we can only just focus on her from this point. And then we're gonna move to that the 4 enemies later on, right? So the idea here is to push her as far back as possible. And hopefully that the mosquitoes aggro towards you. That will be much easier. So the further you can push her away from the monolith, the better it is. So now we have this. I missed that shot right there. That was so bad. Missing that shot could have cost me like maybe 1 to 2% of the monolith's HP. But yeah, at this point, 3-star is no longer viable. It's just all about 2-starring right here. But you can see how helpful the combination of Sucro's Elemental's Burst alongside with Ganyu's Elemental Burst right here. And of course with Xingqiu as well, right? To constantly burst them, freeze them. It's just insane. So the idea here is, like I mentioned, freeze comb, in my opinion, is really solid in the current Spiral Abyss meta. Okay, so with that being said, let's move on into 11-3. Alright, this one, the first half is basically a couple of these Fatuis. So which is also why I decided to bring Qiqi and Beidou. Alright, so Qiqi and Beidou, for those of you who are not aware, they complement each other. So what do I mean by that? Because Electro plus Cryo gives you Superconduct. Now Superconduct is very good against the Fatuis, because if I'm not mistaken, they have relatively low physical resistance, right? Compared to most other monsters. And it's just generally really strong with physical build. And since my Beidou is running both my Beidou and Qiqi are running physical build, alright? That's what I'm utilizing right here to their full potential. So on this second, what I'm gonna call this second wave of enemies, you want to focus the blue guy first, alright? He's the one that's healing the enemy. He will be healing them all over. So trying to focus this guy is going to be much more beneficial. And since this guy is Hydro, if I'm not mistaken, this guy is Hydro. Yes, he is Hydro. Using Qiqi right here is really helpful. Alright, of course you can, if you don't have Qiqi, Kea is going to be really good here as well. Alright, just against this guy, in particular this water guy, and also the other guy because he is an Electro. Right, so to help remove the shield as fast as you can. So I'm just trying to use Beidou, take care of this guy. So now this guy do not have any shield. So I decided to go focus on this tin guy first, right? Because the Electro Fatui is going to come for you anyways, right? So if you can group them up together, that's going to help you with a faster time. And I think that's what I struggle with. Ideally, focusing on both of them at the same time is going to be better. It's going to save you time. So once he popped that shield, I know that it's really hard for me to try to 3-star this, because at this point, you know, 7 minutes, that's the key right here. 7 minutes for the time, for the challenge, for you to be able to beat both first half and second half. I regretted putting this guy up there. Now I have to climb and try to get rid of him. So yeah, now I'm running against the clock, trying to get rid of this last guy, and he popped his shield. That's so annoying. Fortunately, I have Zhongli, okay? So Zhongli is good against this guy since this guy is Joe. So yeah, I'm just smashing with Beidou, smashing with Qiqi, whoever that I can. Alright, nice damage right there. Alright, the second half, whoever that comes at us, I think this one has 2 Season Mages and 2 Fatui Pyro Agent, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so we're gonna focus on freezing them right here. Alright, immediately jump into it, just freeze, just go, spam your Hydro, spam your Cryo, go with Sucrose, go in, spam your Q. Alright, so my Sucrose is running the Sacrificial Fragments, so that's to help me spam my ultimate better, alright, and to give me more energy particles in return as well. So at that point, that particular Season Mage is dead, so I'm just focusing on the next one. Boom. 28,000. Whew, that's a lot of damage. So during this phase, don't be scared, don't run away, just continuously hit her. Like if you have Ganyu, yeah, the damage is insane, damage is superb. So at this point, just try to stay a little bit further away. Now this guy, they are invisible, can be annoying. Should have used Sucrose right here to try to spam my elemental skill. Yep, so was waiting for that. So Sucrose elemental burst is gonna be really useful. Alright, so focusing on one of them is gonna be better. Okay, so now I needed to abuse my Diona more. I mean like abuse is and in terms of spamming her skills more, alright? Abuse sounds really wrong. But yeah, just spamming her skills is definitely gonna help me to give more energy particles into Ganyu as well. And you can see now with Sucrose ult, they are both pretty much done for. Alright, so that's how I beat floor 11. Unfortunately, you know, only the first chamber one was beaten with 3 stars, but I was able to get 2 stars on the other 2. Alright, so that is going to be it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I will upload floor 12 in a later date, so hopefully this will give you guys some idea on how to beat floor 11, which is the hardest floor for the current Spiral Abyss. As always, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, give this video a like. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.